Okay, so this video is to help you get some notes done. So we're going to start on page 23. The first thing we're going to talk about is right here. And we're going to use this a lot in class on Friday. It's this. Sine is y over r and cosine is x over r. So I'm going to draw so that you can believe what I'm saying. So on our circle, we had all these triangles. And our angle in here was called theta. And on the circle, this is called our x distance and this is called our y distance. So this was the x comma y ordered pair, and this was r. So in case you don't remember, there was this thing in geometry. It was called SOHCAHTOA. And it stood for sine of theta equals the opposite over the hypotenuse. Cosine of theta equals the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And then tangent of theta was equal to the opposite over the adjacent. In reference to my theta angle here, if I wanted to find sine, the opposite over the hypotenuse, well, the opposite would be across the triangle this way. Y over the hypotenuse is called r. If I wanted to find cosine of my theta right here is adjacent, so here's the adjacent right next to me. This would become x over the hypotenuse is called r. And if I was trying to find tangent is the opposite, so y over the adjacent, which is called x. So our trig functions, we can not really rename them. We're just redefining what we're calling it. Opposite over adjacent for sine, opposite over adjacent for tangent is the same thing as saying y over x. So just another way of looking at what we have learned in geometry. So let's keep going. So we just talked about tangent on the previous page. And this question says, how will you get your tangent values on your circle? And this one right here, I'm going to have you put a little note next to. This one right here. And this one right here. We're going to make sure, remind your teacher, but we're going to talk about these in class on Friday. So there's a spot on your unit circle on the outside to find or to hold the tangent values so that they're on your unit circle. So in geometry, you learned about sine, cosine, and tangent. Well, sine, cosine, and tangent have three friends called secant, cosecant, and cotangent. And they're friends because they are reciprocals. And the way that I remember it is that everyone that starts with a C needs a friend that starts with an S. So right here, secant, this one's called secant. Secant starts with an S, so its friend must start with a C, which is cosine. And they're friends because they're reciprocals. So cosine on the previous page we called x over r, which means that secant is the reciprocal of that, r over x. Cosecant starts with a C, cosecant. Oops. Cosecant's friend must start with an S, so its friend is sine. And sine, we know, is the y over the r. So that means that cosecant is the reciprocal of that. Which then leaves cotangent up here to be tangent's friend. So cotangent is friends with tangent. And by friends, they're reciprocals. So if tangent, we call it on the page y over x, then cotangent is x over y. On the circle, to find the cotangent values, we're just going to reciprocate or flip over our tangent values. So reciprocal I'm going to put a little asterisk. You're going to learn this in class, but you can use, there's a trick on your hand. Tangent has a hand trick that we'll show you in class, but you can also use that same trick for cotangent with a little caveat to the trick. It's important that you know that cotangent, even though it's x over y, we use x for the cosine part of the ordered pair. So cotangent of theta is also equal to cosine theta over sine of theta. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So for this one, secant of theta equals 1 over cosine theta. You also could write that cosine theta equals 1 over secant theta. They're reciprocals. I'm going to go back to cotangent for a second. We also could write that cotangent of theta is 1 over tangent because they're reciprocals. And for tangent, up one more level, up here, tangent of theta is the reciprocal of 1 over cotangent theta. And then down at cosecant is r over y, so we can write cosecant as its reciprocal friend. So we can say that cosecant theta is equal to 1 over sine theta. And then similarly, sine theta equals 1 over cosecant theta. It's super important that you note this right here. They're reciprocals, not inverses. Reciprocal, like to reciprocate, to flip over. So reciprocal, if I have a fraction, 2/3, its reciprocal would be 3 over 2. You flip it over. The inverse means to undo, not just to flip over. Same thing up top. This is, oops. This is reciprocals. Reciprocals are all reciprocal functions, not inverse functions. That's a whole different realm that we'll talk about. Go on to the next page. So the next page, just some things that like we've talked about, but you haven't probably put together yet. So when we did our unit circle, the ordered pair here was 1, 0, and the ordered pair up here is 0, 1, and this one over here is -1, 0. I was getting ahead of myself, and the one down here was 0, -1. So if I want to talk about cosine of theta is the x over the r, and we're on the unit circle, so the r equals 1, so I can write cosine of theta equals x. Let's go to the x values. The biggest x is right here, and the smallest x is over here. So we know that cosine, the x, is bound between -1 and 1. Same idea with sine. Sine of theta is like the y stuff, the y over the r. R is, again, 1 because we're on the unit circle, so sine of theta is going to be the y values. And if you look at the y values, here's the biggest y, and here's the smallest y. So we know that sine is going to be bound between also -1 and 1. We're going to skip over this bit until we graph. We'll come back to that, which is going to be at the end of this packet. Tangent values in the unit circle. We're going to do that in class on the circle. And this last page, we will come back to when we do some more analytic tricks. So we'll hold on to this one, and we'll come back to it.